Welcome to You on the Spot. I'm Amy, and this is where we put you on the spot to make a not so everyday decision. On the last You on the Spot, you won $245 million with a coworker's ticket, and you had to decide if you were going to keep it for yourself or give it to him the next day. Irish Welsh Celt said, "I'd give it back because I'm sure he'd give me half of the winnings, and I wouldn't feel like a jerk my whole life." Dallas fan 555 said, "I don't know, honesty or $245 million? Like that's so hard to decide. Take the money, buy him a house and car, and then throw a party because God loves you and just gave you $245 million. Everything happens for a reason is what I would say." Another one of you posted, "Morally conflicting decision, arg. 1, if another random person found it instead of me, then my coworker and me would get zip. 2, because I found it and because it was his lucky numbers, one can consider that being a mutual cooperation, thus the perfect balance. Half for me and half for him." So what then is the right thing to do with the found lottery ticket or found money for that matter? In California, there is actually a penal code section.
Penal?
Yeah, there actually is a penal code section, 485, that states if you find money, you have to make a reasonable effort to find the owner. Otherwise, you're guilty of theft.
Even if you find a quarter, you're obligated to turn it in?
Yeah, people have turned in amounts from $1 to $200.
Really? $1?
Yep, and actually placing an ad in the newspaper counts as a reasonable effort. People don't turn in money very often, probably because people would lie about it and say it was theirs. But after 120 days, the finder actually gets to keep the money. Would you turn in the money? Banks are already stressful places. They herd you into long lines like rat mazes. They force you to fill out these boring forms just so they can tell you you're broke. And it's all there for your convenience. And wouldn't it be nice to call ahead? 2 would-be bank robbers did just that.
Yeah, as if the bank downtown. You know what, can you get a sack of cash ready? I'm gonna come by and rob it in a few minutes.
10 minutes later, they showed up and were arrested in the parking lot. And now it's time to put you on the spot. You're standing at the bank counter when all of a sudden, 3 masked men walk in with assault rifles. The security guard and the masked men start shooting at each other, and it ends up that the security guard gets killed along with one of the masked men. And then it becomes a hostage situation. They order everyone on the floor, they get a ton of money from the teller, and then the SWAT team shows up. There are only 2 of the masked men left, and you can tell they're getting desperate and people are gonna get hurt. Now the security guard's gun is about 3 feet in front of you, and it's gone unnoticed by the robbers. You remember only 2 shots being fired. I'm putting you on the spot. Do you play the hero and go for the gun? Or do you hope for a peaceful solution? Or what else would you do? Hit the like button, subscribe, or follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or hit the banner below to check out other stuff we made. Submit your scenarios to youonthespot@hotmail.com. I'm Amy, this is You on the Spot. Are you ready to go shopping? Banks are already stressful places. The bank robbers order rubbers.
The bank robbers.
Don't forget your bank rubbers. We don't want any accidents. A big bank robber.
Even if you find a quarter,